Autobots, transform!
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my toy review. I am George, 80s Transformer fan, and in front of me I have Dinobot Sludge from Powers of the Prime line. And these guys been out for like 5-6 months, and I could not find them anywhere. I saw them on TF Source, BigBadToyStore.com, Entertainment Earth, like all the major online sites. But I never try to get retail toys offline unless it's from the actual HASBRO shop or something like that, where I'm maybe just paying shipping. And even then, I try to wait to find it in the store, because some things that are rare at first become peg warmers. So I try not to go nuts, and I waited to get these guys patiently. I didn't buy 2 slags and 2 swoops to build VOLCANICUS to see what it was like. So I waited, and if you subscribe to my channel and you've waited with me, we're going to get into this review. Here's Dinobot Sludge, Powers of the Prime, HASBRO. This is his window box bubble blister packaging type thing. You can see Sludge artwork back here. He's using some type of bluish white flame out of his mouth, laser ray. On the back of his box is a shot of the product itself and a brief little line. How would a Decepticon stomping Dinobot wield the power of the Primes? Little generic little thing over there. And I guess he's supposed to have the Alpha Trion Prime when he powers up or something like that. And there's nothing really going on with this thing, so I'm gonna cut it open. We'll just rip it open, but I don't want to make a huge mess out of the thing. And I have Snarl as well. I don't know if I mentioned that, but now I can build VOLCANICUS as soon as I get through this review. And he's packaged in here, has a few security bands inside. Gonna pop these all the way down as they shoot everywhere. I believe that is it. Get them out of the packaging. And he's packaged with a gun. It's weird who they chose to give guns and swords to. They couldn't give everybody both. That was just too hard. Wouldn't cost in. And the thing, because they made these guys like Scramble City, the Swoop and Slag, I forget his official name, that I already have. They actually came with a fist. They both came with fists. So again, so you can build, so you can buy the same guys over and over if you can't find the guys that you want, and still build a combiner like the Scramble City. But I refused to do that, and instead of packing everybody with a fist, they could have gave me a sword for this guy. But here's his weapon. Looks sort of kind of like the cartoon. And here is the hand he comes with, so he can be a lefty or a righty, whichever you got. He has 2 thumbs, and guess you just fold one up out of the way that you're not using, which kind of sucks. This is why everybody buys third-party parts for their combiners. Anyway, here is Sludge, probably the least smartest Dinobot of them all. Like it matters, because he's here to fight. Man, the little guy, he's down. I'm gonna bring him closer. Take a look at his detailing, and there's not much there. He has a teeny tiny Autobot logo at the top of his chest, and he has this little black part, and why I don't know, because I think this is like the amber or translucent parts on the G1, and it just looks bad. The chest is so plain. There's no shimmer to the red plastic at all. From what I can see right now, the highlight is his face. Looks very much like the cartoon, coming down to his legs. And why is the ball joint gray, like breaking this up? Like why would they make the ball joint gray? I don't like that at all. It could have just been a straight black, or the legs could have been all gray. It's just, that looks weird with the ball joints gray. Coming down here, he has, is that paint or a sticker? He has a little bit of paint right there. Actually, it's kind of intricate. A little detail to the paint for as cheaply made as these figures are, because they are kind of cheap. Try not to say it when I review the other ones, but they are kind of cheap. Even if you look at the box, the Dynamo, it's unimpressive just on the box. And normally they dress up the product shot, but it doesn't even look good right there. Oh, you got the card in the back of the box with his no technical readout. Yeah, Primal Sludge. And that's it. I mean, this is pretty much useless. So anyway, coming around to the sides of the guy, for some reason his legs are transparent with silver paint on the inside, and that's just ugh. I don't know if it's supposed to simulate chrome like I see it on his tail. We'll get to that in his dino mode, but not a whole lot going on. Like I said in my other Dinobots review, I guess the meat of this review is going to be Volcanicus, if I'm saying that right. So I'm going to run down his articulation real quick. His head 360s. It's a pretty nice head. It's well painted with the yellow eyes. It's pretty cool. It looks very much G1, and there's no up and down at all out of this thing. His arm is on a ball hinge. You can see that there. He getting 360 at the shoulder. Coming around to the side, he has a bicep swivel. Coming to his elbow, he has an elbow bend, getting it that far. Not a whole lot, but I don't know how much you're going to need out of this deluxe class figure. Coming down to his hand. In his hand, I can get nothing out of his hand because it tucks away a transformation like that. And it's true, it follows from left to right. Coming down to his waist, he actually has, underneath his waist, he has a hinge that allows him to 360, and his legs, upper thighs, are on two great big ball joints that I pointed out earlier. Get his legs out this far with the ball joints. He has an upper thigh swivel just underneath the ball joint. He has a knee bend. He can get his leg up this far and stomp the Decepticon. And there's nothing at what would be his foot. Like, it's just a giant boot. Alright, let me get Sludge's weapon in his hand. Again, this is his only real accessory other than the combiner piece. This is his accessory. This goes to him. This is his gun. Looks very much G1 cartoon. Put it in his hand. Has a little bit of molded detail. You can see a thumb and the fingers. Put that in his hand. He holds it very securely. Me Sludge not know, but dynamite them to pieces. So there is that. And again, what's with the forearm not being all gray? What did they try to do here? You know what I mean? They should have just left it alone, because I mean it's not helping. And just like the Dino translucent legs, it's just not helping. If it had some real gold chrome around here or something, or some real chrome, it would have helped. But then again, it wouldn't be a deluxe class figure. And there's his weapon, and you can hold it in either hand, of course. It's kind of pointless for me to do that. And I think it ports in over here. If you want to hang it off the side of his arm, and he has the Megatron Cannon now. Die, Decepticon. And he has this Power to Prime thing, holder, matrix holder. And here's a little port. You swing that around. And if I had a prime piece out to stick in here, probably got it somewhere Grimlock close by. So it would fit right in there. But you take this. Okay, if I can get it back where it came from. Take this and you port it right into this giant hole in his chest, the target that every Decepticon is aiming for. Put this in here with a Prime Master, and he is now the master of the primes. Of course, if you wanted to, you can take it out of here and put it in the port that we just went over right here. And he has this port on both sides of his arm, so he can do that. So transformation time. Fold his Sludge hands up. That's clear. These are clearly his front legs, and I'm sure the head comes down over his face. Swallows that up. Swivel this around. Oh, the panel come off. I know it pops back on there, but usually when the deluxe class part pops off, it continues to pop off forever. So I hate when they pop off. I know they go back on, but close up this little back part. And again, it feels so cheap. And I'm going to twist the waist, bring these around. I guess he has stabilizers. I didn't realize he has stabilizers in his wow, in his robot mode. Bring that around, swing this one around. I'm sure I'm getting it on camera, get the stabilizer out of the way. But I did notice in robot mode, put these two pieces together again. And lock it all in. Swivel the tail back and up. back and up together. Again, they tried to make the clear with the silver. I guess this is supposed to be the chrome. Man, this is kind of garbage. But hopefully Volcanus is the payoff. And here are his legs swiveled. Rotate these around. Rotate these around. And here we have Dinobot Sludge. Only thing I can say is he looks better than Slag. Okay, I have him totally transformed. I stopped to lock everything in, not waste video on Dino mode. You got to kind of hinge these legs back to get them down evenly on all fours. And my first impression in this mode is this is terrible. This is terrible with the cheap looking gold, and I think it's just paint. As a matter of fact, I think it's paint over red plastic. They didn't even use gold plastic. If you see it in there, it's like it's paint over red that's going to scrape off if a kid is playing with it, or if you're dropping it like I just did. And and then the holes, the cheaped out, the hollow out the back. Where I think these were stickers on the G1. I mean that's man. I really hope the Volcanus mode pays off, because that's pretty much going to be everything. These Dinobots, with the exception of Grimlock, and Grimlock wasn't that great. These are terrible. I mean, I know it's a deluxe class, but look, the neck is hollowed out underneath, and I expect the hollowing, but they could have did it here and not the neck, because you kind of see them coming at you. You see the red hinges right there, just breaking the look all up, just knowing those are his arms. And robot mode, anyway, what he can do in this mode, he has an opening mouth, which really doesn't open that much. Me, Sludge, fight, two. He has an Autobot symbol in his head. That's nice, nicely done, I should say. But anything else, like, why are these translucent? It's like, man, it's garbage. I would just say it. It's just, man, this is a $9.99 toy, and I think it cost me like $16.99 at Target, whatever the standard retail is at Target. And you can weaponize them in this mode. Let me keep moving. Let me put his gun in here. But I'm pretty sure it's for the Prime Master or whatever in this mode. You can put it here. And you can put it on this side if you wanted to. And his legs articulate. They can move front and back. But that's about it. You really can't pose them. I guess you can get them up higher if you wanted to. But you can't lift the head up at all unless you pull it loose. Untransformed, sort of, kind of. So I'm going to bring out his G1 counterpart. And I tell you right now, this guy, the new one, is losing. Completely losing to the G1. The chrome and just a little detail that is there. I mean, the G1 is taking it home right now. I don't see anything on this thing other than articulation and the ball joints that's an improvement over the G1. Slag. What's his name? Slug now or whatever. And I noticed that they share the same back half. I mean, the legs they put on them are different, but the same back from here to here is the same. And they did a little bit of a retool for the tail. The tail's different. And I noticed, because I saw this one, the paint on here is missing, because he has it all the way around. And this one is clearly missing inside here. So that's another minus. And the two of these guys just look sad. They really do. And I got these guys to stand, and I'm going to bring out my last Dinobot that I've reviewed so far in Grimlock. And here he is, and this is how these guys look together. Okay, so here they are all back in robot mode, and man, this has to lead up to Volcanus being pretty great. And I haven't checked out the reviews because I've been saving for myself. I've always wanted an official Dinobot combiner, like most Dinobot fans. I want to see these guys done justice as a combiner, and I don't think this is it so far. I mean, I guess with the articulation, and they do have some play value. And I noticed that I didn't notice before that These two guys had the exact same gun, which stands to reason why they didn't give everybody a gun, because I know Snarl comes with a sword, spoiler alert, and Swoop comes with a sword, obviously, and this is how they all scale. This has been George, a Transformer fan, not recommending these guys, and thank you for watching my tour review, and I'll see you soon.